Alright, welcome back to the next rap analysis video, and I just want to say thank you everybody as I finally reached 1,000 subscribers, so that's a big deal for me. And so I'm in a good mood, but I'm also in kind of a bad mood, if you can tell by the song title and the YouTube headline there that I picked a Black Rob song today to do the rap analysis, and soon it's going to become song analysis, as I'm not, if I get guests on and they don't have a rap song they pick, then I might do some song analysis, but it's still going to be the majority rap. Looking to get a few guests on here coming up soon, and I appreciate everybody watching. I think I have over 20 rap analysis videos now. Black Rob was one of the guys I was going to pick for he was in my next 5 videos I had written down. I had to do a Nas song, a Cassidy song. Let me know what songs you like, but there was a couple I was going to do before I got to Black Rob, but just because his unfortunate passing really gave a dent to me. I know he wasn't as popular to some people, but to me he was one of my favorite rappers. I mean, I have a list of about 100 favorite rappers that I have, but he's like in the top 30 kind of thing. And I first heard of him like some of the Bad Boy releases, like you know, Biggie shouted him out on Black Join the Team, Ain't No Replacing Him, and of course the Puff Daddy album, the I Love You Baby song, and then on the 24 Hours to Live song on Mace's album. And so I wasn't really like checking for him. He wasn't like someone that really stood out to me, but in his album, his first album, Life Story, got 5 mics in the source, so I bought it, and I really, really love that album. The track I chose today is off his second album, actually, and it's track 4. It's called Star in the Hood, off the Black Rob Report, which was his second album, his sophomore album, that took 5 years to come out. There was a lot of problems between him and Bad Boy. He had a lot of legal troubles, and also some of his addictions that he rapped about and stuff like that. Rob was really real. The stuff he talked about, he really did. I'm not saying that as if it's like a huge compliment, but a lot of people pretend to be something they're not. That is not the deal with Black Rob from all the information I've ever seen put out about him. And so, oops, I didn't mean to do that. But basically, I usually check the lyric sites, and none of the lyric sites I found had lyrics for this song. So I just did my own. I did some chicken scratch and wrote it down as best as I can hear it, and we'll see if I get it right. But it was produced. It took me a while to find this. There's not a lot of info about this album, but it was produced by the Buchanans, and apparently there was an original version that the sample didn't clear of. It says in one of the things I found on one of the sites that it was sampled Little B, Where the Game Began, and another thing said it sampled some kind of song from Capadonna and Wu-Tang, but apparently there's a different sample like in the beat that didn't get cleared, so apparently it said in one of the comments on YouTube that there is an older version, different version of this song. And this is my favorite song by him. I really feel it sums up what he's all about, and then what he'd all gone through, like the life story. Listen to the title track on that, the opening song, Life Story, and he talks about why he is the way he is, and through good or bad or whatnot. So let's just get into this. What else can I find about this? Not much, but so in the verse 1, well, it starts out, it's like, I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star in the hood, I'm gangsta, I'm a star. Like, that's what the chorus is. It just kind of repeats it over and over. And he says, had to put it on mad dudes, transgress, had the nerve to ask how I put 2 in his man's chest, kept bumping his gums and I'm stressed, them the other day I had to go stab my own flesh, ain't nothing post-traumatic about it, it's just beef, it's like trying to live out in the suburbs and stay street, if I wasn't signed I'ma get that deal, if I was hungry my main goal's to get that meal. Y'all love Blackie spit the real, since Mo was sniffing lines off the windowsill. Back then, I used to cake up, then go chill. It's 05, they mix crack with they endo steel. Saw a lot of old dudes used to work my block. They on Lenox Ave now selling t-shirts and socks. Pushing everything they own in a shopping cart. So I throw them something, cause deep down it hurt my heart. What am I, what am I, what am I, what am I? I'm a star in the hood, I'm gangsta. And then, that's the chorus, obviously, but I think I got it right. He's not saying anything. I screwed up a little bit in the second verse, I think. But it's basically just, he's talking about the life that he leads and what he's going through. It's a real song, but it's just, he flows so good on it too. There's a lot of good Black Rob songs, but for some reason this is just my favorite. Like when I made my karaoke playlist, this was the first Black Rob song I put on it, but I do love the Life Story album better as a cohesive album. So then he does that, and then it goes into verse 2, and he goes, "Now I receive homage, and I indeed promise, continue rocking uptown like I'm Rasheed Wallace." Just to point out, actually, at the beginning of the song, he says, "First rapper from Spanish Harlem to go platinum." I don't know if that's true. I don't see why he would say it if it wasn't true, because his first album went platinum, but apparently he wasn't really happy with Bad Boy, that they didn't promote this album that well, but it got shelved a lot of times, and it took a long time to come out. So verse 2, "Now I receive homage, and I indeed promise, continue rocking uptown like I'm Rasheed Wallace. My team's marvelous, I'm holding crazy. Court cases, lay it shut down, the golden lady." I don't know what that means. I think he means like the golden egg, like if he's getting court cases, he's shutting down, he can't make money from rapping, something like that, I think. "Don't matter which court I ball on, it's me I'll call on. I grind like they threw Sean Paul on. It's all good, now Dre wanna produce me. I turned up the heat and got him sweating profusely." I think he means Dr. Dre, and I don't know, I couldn't find anything on that. I don't think Dr. Dre produced any of the songs on the first two albums. Maybe, I have no idea. Maybe he was working on Detox. If anybody knows anything about that, put it in the comments. Was there ever any song with Black Rob and Dr. Dre, or is it just sitting in Dr. Dre's massive vault of all these songs that he hasn't released? But I would love to hear that if it is. So it's all good now, Dre wanna produce me. I turned up the heat and got him sweating profusely. It makes sense since Austin Prince. I think that's what he said. It sounds like he says Austin Prince or Heiston Prince to Harlem, Queens, drug money, wash and rinse. So I think he's just saying like from here to here, but I don't know what he's saying. So if you know that, put that in the comments. "Fam, I'ma just sit here to help myself in game, have good health and maintain some wealth and fame, cause I only got myself to blame. If you was locked down in 89, then you felt the pain. Shit, HTM was no party, I did 4 straight, came home and I ain't tell on nobody." I don't know what HTM stands for, and I don't know if that's even what he said, but I think he's saying if he was locked down, I think he's talking about one of the jails or maybe something like that, maybe one of the prison systems. I have no idea, but he's just saying at least he's taking credit for all his faults. He only has himself to blame for the good, for the success and the failures. Black Rob was just a real dude, man, and that might have been his downfall in some of the things, but it's really sad the way it ended. And I spent the night, like this is probably a week ago now, and I spent the night listening to a bunch of his songs, and man, it was really sad. And I was always pulling for a comeback. I know he did like one of those Breakfast Club interviews like probably 7 years ago now, and I was always hoping for like one more super special album, but it just never got to that point. So then we're going to go into verse 3, and I don't know what he says here. I thought he said, "Y'all don't really want the man to get all in past shit," but I don't think it sounds almost like impascious, but I don't think that's a word. But I think he says in past shit, because he says skeletons in my closet, sort of like Jurassic, but it's hard, because he's got a weird way of, when he raps, it's almost like he talks, he spits stuff, like he has a really cool ability. I think that's why, like, he always, like, people in the streets really could, felt represented by him, or something like that, or could really relate to him, because he was rapping how they would talk, so I think that's what he says. "When I was young, I had the game mastered, since I used to pick pockets for sap, I'm a classic." I think he says for sap, it could be for something else. "I came to disarm alarms. I came to disarm alarms, grease some palms, help some dudes bury their moms. Yo, for real, I ain't never fronted, cause all I ever wanted was a little bit of food in my stomach." I love how he's still so humble and he still remembers those experiences as a child. Like, I remember in the Life Story song, he's like, eating pork and beans or cornflakes with no milk. "It's been a while, I left that. That's why when I pop up in the hood, people see me, they respect that. So he's still coming around for the place that made him and stuff like that, but he is doing a bit better for himself at this point. "Brothers give me dap. If I ain't pitching the cracks in the back hallway, pitching the sacks." I think that's what he says. "Family, I don't listen to Jack. Nowadays, the Federals got my whole team missing an act." I think he means like in action, and I think that's what he says, in act. but it's like short for action. In the hood, my name prevail. Ask them cats who put them on their feet when they came home from jail. What am I? What am I? What am I? I'm a star in the hood. I'm gangster. I'm a star. So, just a really good song there. I don't feel it gets enough credit. I know the music video of it only plays the first verse and then it goes into the Ready song, but there, you can get the full version, obviously, a lot of different places and stuff like that. And man, just play this song and let me know what you think. What's your favorite Black Rob song or memories of him? And you know, I just had to do. It's like a tribute kind of to me, and I do the rap analysis songs, and I really wanted to put this out there, but it really hit me, and I'm always gonna think fondly of Black Rob, and his music will live on forever for me. Oh no, my thing. So that's it for rap analysis. We'll see you next time, and I hope I did a good job in honoring his memory. Thank you.